going live. Alright, blasted them out. Now all we got to do is watch and wait, baby. Watch and wait. Some people show up. Switch, hello! How you doing? How are you in this fine what is for me a Friday and for everyone else probably a Thursday? Last life, monsieur! Or sorry, Mr. Shock. I don't need to French it up for you. I don't need to insult you like that. NMJ, hello! Ezer! Far from stuff, AJ, hello! How's everybody doing? But you know what? This tutorial is gonna take long enough. We can just get started while people filter in. We have, look how many there are. Good God. I don't even know who some of these guys are. Look at this. Jesus. Searching to quench your mighty thirst. Understandable. Crochet cats, hello. God, there's so many. Alright, I guess start with easy ones. Okay. I'm gonna have to say the car from Christine, pretty F tier when it comes to a monster to have physical intimacy with. It's pretty much as bad as you can do, right? To be a car. That's like pretty not. Doesn't really work. Alright, let's see who else I recognize right away. Kong from King Kong. You know, I gotta place a couple more before I know exactly where he goes. Creature from the Black Lagoon. A little wet for my taste, frankly. A little wet for my tastes. Teal. Yeah, well, it's cars, it's different. They're like anthropomorphized. Christine's just a car. Like, it's just a regular car. Probably Hunter. Jen and Jeff, hello! Crit wall! Yeah, you probably just have the anatomy at least. This is true. We're assuming for this, that unless it's like extremely extenuating circumstances, that the creature has some sort of compatible genitalia. Bet hello! What a stream to- hell yeah! That's great. Alright. This is- I believe this is Cropsy from The Burning. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong about that, somebody else shout it out, but I think it's Cropsy from The Burning. I think your standard slasher, it should be, like, it's gotta be C tier, right? Just because, like, the slasher's gotta be, like, the baseline. Basket Case. I think that's a C. I give Basket Case. I haven't seen Basket Case in so long. Alien Xenomorph is on the list. We have a long list. Look how many of these there are. Let's see. Captain Spaulding. He's gotta get. He's actually. Oh man, let's put him in. Oh, that's. I actually think Captain Spaulding's pretty hot. Last Life, we're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants for it. I like to think that, we could convince any of them to be in a loving relationship with us if only we try hard enough in bed. yeah, Captain Spaulding is like kind of hot. Oh, okay, yeah, right in the A's. Wishmaster. The Wishmaster is really hot. The Wishmaster is a really funny movie if you've ever seen it. Wishmaster is like an entire movie of like a guy going to random people at like parties and being like, "Don't you wish that someone would really liven this party up?" And the other person being like, "Yeah, I guess." And then like, "Ah!" And they just like kills everybody. It's great because you have to wish for it for him to use his powers. The Babadook. I personally do not think that the manifestation of women's trauma made form would be a particularly good lover. But he's not as bad as the car, so I feel like he should probably go up in here. Extra large smoothie. Hello, everybody, as we filter in, by the way. Hello to everybody. Babadook. I'm getting a lot of pushback on the Babadook being D tier. Maybe we'll bump him up as time goes on. Alright, there's some easy ones on here. Jason Friday the 13th, of course. Like, one of the most basic... It's like the first monster that every girl wants to have sex with her. Like, it's my list, but I am willing to take, chat inspiration. Meow Mita and Lake Mojave, hello, how you guys doing? Okay, so, the shark from Jaws, there's another F tier for us. Let's see, which ones of these do I know? Put King Kong up here. I'm not enthralled with the idea of King Kong, but I think he goes above the, he's at least a mammal. I don't recognize any of you guys left in this top row. Oh, this next row. Is that Cujo? B tier. Michael Myers. I think Michael Myers can just go into the standard C tier. Is Slendy on the list? He might be. I'm not sure. Does Darth Vader count? I mean, if Darth Vader counts, that's an S tier. That's an easy one. Yeah, Michael Myers, he doesn't have... He's like not sexy Jason, in my opinion. Dingle Dangle, hello! Jack from The Shining, F tier, racist. Moving on. Yes, this is the sexiest villains tier list. I will not take. Yeah, Duke. Exactly the scene I was thinking of. Let's see. Pennywise, the dancing clown. Honestly, he's pretty up there. He's not really that hot looking. But Pennywise is actually like an eldritch being from outer space that preys on your fears. And I think that's pretty sexy. Darth Vader's hot. He can choke you with his mind. Alright, let's go. The Invisible Man, you know? I think the Invisible Man pretty much is just like having sex with a normal guy, but maybe there's like a fun roleplay twist or something you could do. Overall, he probably is a pretty good candidate to be your boyfriend proper. I'm gonna put him in the B. I'd say he's above a standard slasher villain. There's not like a ton of special stuff going on there, but also there's not a ton of negatives, really. Yeah, well, good question. If you shoot your load into the Invisible Man, do you see it? Or just disappear as soon as you get inside of him? Or if you put, like, you know, if he's bottoming, does your stuff just disappear? How's that work? Alright, anyway. God, there's so many of these, I'm not sure who they are. Ah, the robots from Chopping Mall. I don't think you could have sex with a robot from Chopping Mall. But like, honestly, I kind of like robots, so I'm still gonna put them higher than baseline. This snowman from whatever movie this is, stupid. Giving him F tier. The Ginger Dead Man, same thing. Leprechaun, same deal. Frankenstein, a classic. A classic. I feel like A might be too strong though, because he doesn't... I don't know. It depends how, like, what stage of decay he's in. Like, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein in the book is like an S tier. But, like, Frankenstein in the movies kind of feels like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be preying on him to have sex. Actually, let's give him B tier. Let's not think too hard about it. Grant from Slither when he's the tentacle monster at the end. S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier. I did this. I'm sorry I did the snowman so dirty. Right now, S tier is Jason and Grant from Slither. Pretty low. Yeah, fucking snow. It doesn't seem like fun. Like, or he's got like an icicle dick. It's like not a fan. Not for me. In the Jack Frost movie, he fucks someone to death in the shower. Okay, I'll move him up a tier. I've been convinced. We're gonna get a double S tier, and it's only gonna be the vampire that plays the saxophone from the Lost Boys. Anyway. What do we have going on here? Who else do I recognize here? Xenomorph, easy, S tier. H.R. Geiger's the king for a reason. Hunter Biden's little secret. Not much, we're chilling. We're ranking some horror movie monsters based on how sexy they are. I feel bad for all the villains below B tier for being less fuckable than a dog. Okay, a couple more easy ones. Candyman, S tier. If you haven't seen Candyman in a while, I recommend watching it again. Candyman's a very sexy movie. Candyman's basically just like a hot guy in a leather coat full of bugs. But like when he appears to her and he's like, "Be my victim," like, he's really hot. He's really hot. Tony Todd, is that the actor who plays Candyman? Yeah, he's sexy. It's an easy one. I have not seen the new one yet, Fusro Dom. Is it good? I really want to see it. Yeah, we're speedrunning boyfriends. Oh, some of them were easy here. Like, of course, like, we're gonna put Candyman in S, you know. Is Jeff Goldblum from The Fly on the list? I'm not sure. Is this him? I can't remember what he looks like at the end of the movie. That's him? Yeah. Okay, so in his final Brundlefly form. You know, I've been convinced of the appeal of the giant bug by Tessa. I'm gonna put him in a C tier. Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors? That's gotta go up pretty high, right? Put him in A for now. This is the monster fuck, absolutely. Fly is just gross. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, well, you get little hints of Tessa lore sometimes. Yeah, exactly. In fact, Tessa's going to be on the stream on 1 week from today, we're gonna be doing another Femboy Dark Souls. Feed me. Yeah, anything with tentacles, you gotta really mess up to get your tentacles not, like, get you pretty high on the board. The clown from Terrifier. Frankly, I do not think the clown from Terrifier is very sexy. However, Terrifier is a great horror movie. I highly recommend Terrifier. Very campy, very gory. It's like a recent one. You probably would like it, whoever is listening. That's a treat time. Anything that can bore you is S tier? King of the Monsters, Gojira. You know, I want to put it over King Kong because everyone knows Godzilla's better than King Kong, but I still think it falls victim to the same problem. Also, they shouldn't have changed Godzilla to Godzilla in America. Gojira is a perfectly fine name in English, and it's a very cool name. The murderer from Scream is the only murderer I've ever seen in a horror movie who falls and eats shit while trying to kill a girl in the movie. In a way, I respect him for leaving that in, but I gotta say, it doesn't fire up my loins seeing it. He's simply too big. I agree. Talk about Godzilla, not the Scream guy. Let's see. Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger is not, to me, is not as hot as a lot of the other big famous ones, but I still think he falls above par. Gay. Oh, he's a pedophile too, yeah. But yeah, if we get into all the backstories, they're all gonna get banned. But I think he goes above the standard line here. Yeah, Crochet Cats, you raise a good point about the sexual tension between King Kong and a pretty lady. I enjoy a little bit of being pathetic in a man. I respect that bio, absolutely. I think this is just like a generic werewolf. Easy S tier. Your guy Chucky? Chucky combines a very interesting combination. Chucky is like the intersection of having sex with a guy you met at a truck stop who's really crass, and a child. Not what I would call a winning combination. But that said, I think, to be fair, I have to rank him above the Leprechaun. It's the werewolf from Creep? Is it? Peach Fuzz? I mean, I'll still give him an ass. I love Creep. Yeah, Chucky did smash Doll Cheek, so we know he's virile at least. The Predator. Actually, let's give him A. But that's an easy high ranker. Like, the Predator. Oh no, like a genetically superior being who, like, treats me like meat and hunts me like cattle. You know? Like, who releases me to hunt like I'm a scared rabbit. Oh god. I wonder how I feel about that. Schmitty with 100 bits, thank you so much. Howdy, how you doing, Schmitty? Short King's taking a lot of L's tonight. The clown doctor from House of a Thousand Corpses? Who, the doctor that's in the well? Predator is hotter than Xenomorph? I don't agree, but I understand how you could get there. I respect it. Yeah, we're gonna get a couple more for the tire, the stuff. Oh, easy. Pinhead, S tier. All the Cenobites are S tier. Henchan with the gift sub! To the wannabe Algonquin, thank you so much! Remember, gift subs are 20% off this month. If we get one more gift sub or 100 bits, we're gonna have a hype train. Ooh, it's hype train time. Get that hype train music going. Bring me that hype train music. Poggers. Very nice. Crit Wall with the 300 bits. Lake Mojave with the 100 bits. Thank you guys. Well, hello, children. Yes, the raptor from Jurassic Park is on the list. You know, as much as I want to put him higher, the cloaca is a real barrier for me. Nice Crow with the gift sub. Thank you so much, Nice Crow. Thank you. Remember, if we hit 200 gift sub... Whoa! Switch ad victim with the 20 gift subs. Holy shit. Holy shit. Clueless Yeast, Froyo Social, Big Tig, Balmita. Oh god, I can't even read these all off. Holy shit, dude. Thank you so much. And we have a complete hype train. Wow. Hell fucking yeah. Thank you. Thank you, King. Thank you, Daddy. Alright. I wish these had names next to them, because some of them is just like, I can't tell from the size of the thumbnail. Jigsaw. Jigsaw's gotta be like a predicament bondage kind of guy, right? I feel like he deserves a pretty high rank. Switch ad victim. Thank you so much. We're getting very nice shotgun. Yeah, we certain. At this rate, we absolutely are, and in short order. Well, Crochet Cats, our goal right now is for the Tesla Shock collar, but once we complete this goal, we'll have a second goal for 50 gift subs to get me in the collar. Yeah, so 200 Tess gets in the collar, 250 I get in the collar. Is it Jigsaw the puppet or the guy with can't? You know, that's a good question. I want to say it's gotta be the guy with. It's gotta be both, right? Like they're a package deal. You know, that's like saying like, is it the puppet or the guy? Is kind of like saying, well, is it the big mouth or the little mouth of the Xenomorph? It's like they kind of go together, right? You kind of need them both. Oh, Henchan, could you change our Nightbot command that says that Strongman Ego will play Dark Souls 3 to Dark Souls 2? Because we're going to be done Dark Souls 3 by the time that hits. The puppet watches while you have sex with a human. Oh no. Item J! Thank you so much for the gift sub. SkillCap13, thank you so much. Yes, Shock, we got Dark Souls 2 for you. And Tessa's never played that one. Right. Is this the original Mummy? Okay. Here's the question. Hannibal Lecter is on this list. Do I rank Hannibal Lecter based on all versions of Hannibal Lecter? Or do I rank him based off specifically the Sir Anthony Hopkins portrayal of Hannibal Lecter? Because that really matters. Like, they both are high tier, but it Anthony Hopkins? Gotcha. Yeah, well, because if it was based off the Mads version, he was going directly into the fucking, S tier. Mads Mikkelsen, Hannibal Lecter is so fucking hot. We would have to add like an additional tier above S for Mads Mikkelsen. He's so hot. Yeah, the Mads Mikkelsen portrayal of Hannibal Lecter is just like, it's almost cruel how hot he is. Oh, the guy who looks like Hunk from My Bloody Valentine. You know, I'm a sucker for a guy in a mask. I gotta take him to B tier. We're going for classic portrayals. That's fair. I respect that. I'm having a Kojima moment. Yeah, it's true. Well, you know, it's funny you mention that because I remember when I'm gonna go over here because I'm gonna put World of Horror back on so that it's great music plays in the background while we do this. But when I first saw Hideo Kojima posting about Mads Mikkelsen, I was like, what the fuck is Hideo's deal here? Like, what's going on? And then I watched Hannibal, and I was like, oh! Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, you got the dog scream at him, Jay, hell yeah. Anyway, let's get this tier list back up. There we go. Hideo does have good taste in men. Okay. The villains from Dead Snow, F tier. They're Nazis. Not like neo-Nazis, literal Nazis that were frozen in the snow and come back to life. The sub number is dropped again. Huh. What was it at its peak? $171? No problem. I wonder why that dropped, but that's okay, I can fix it. Ah, down here. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, I don't know why it drops sometimes. I have a separate tracker for a different scene. I don't think that's true. Let's heck. Oh, you're right. We do have two. Huh. Okay. Should be 173. Okay, gotcha. Well, I have to cancel and redo, I have to cancel and redo the whole thing to do that, so I'll just write down to add to at the end. Just not use the full face scene. Okay, I'll try not to. Add to at the end. Oh, shout out again. Thank you everyone who retweets, like, my stream announcements when I go live and stuff like that. It's very helpful. I really appreciate when you guys do that. Thank you so much. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Pretty low for me, frankly. We already got the hot clowns up on the board. They're all, like, oblong and shit. No thanks. Killer Clowns from Outer Space also has probably the best song that was ever written specifically for a movie. The Dickies, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, what a banger. It seems to just be a regular crocodile. Not really for me. the animatronics from Wally's Wonder World. Wally's Wonder World, it sucked. Don't watch it. That said, I do kind of like the idea of the whole robot thing, so I'm gonna give him a B. Spiked a 102.5 fever? Oh my god, are you okay, Henchan? It's a live production of Little Shop of Horrors where white people try to do the voice of Audrey too, and it's really bad. Yeah, that makes sense that that exists. I think it's bad, but I'm not surprised it exists. Would I fuck the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics? Well, there's a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. It depends which versions and which ones. Because, like, new Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Eh. Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's 3? We do love to fuck robots. Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that sometime. That would be fun. Oh, I also want to subject you guys to, when we go on the YouTube, Henchan posted somebody beating the a speedrun, the world record speedrun of Dark Souls 2, which is 14 minutes to beat the entirety of Dark Souls 2. It's rather incredible. We are raiding monsters, Orlando. We are raiding some monsters. We're running low on ones I recognize, though, I will admit. Okay, come on. Classic Dracula. S. The man who launched 1,000 fetishes. The child, what's his name? Mordecai from Children of the Corn. F tier. Too creepy. This is the guy from Phantasm? Yeah, Candyman is in the S tier. Absolutely, Candyman is in the S tier. Candyman is so sexy. What's the speed for Breath of the Wild? Castlevania Symphony Night Dracula is really hot. Yeah, or like the Castlevania Netflix show Dracula. Woo! Good god. No wonder Lisa showed up and was just like boom, boom, boom. Hey, it's me, a nubile human. I'm here to have Dracula nut in me. He was like, I think I will nut in her. Good for them. Alucard is your fantasy. Alucard, I love very, very much. I'm not a huge Bishonen fan when it comes to my who I want to be with, but I definitely wanted to be Alucard for a long time. The Martians that look like they got a butt for a head. D. Alucard is delicious. It's absolutely true. I got into a Dead by Daylight ripoff game because a friend wanted to fuck the cum monster in it. I would sim for Alucard, that's true. Annabelle. Is this Annabelle? I'm pretty sure this is Annabelle. Honestly, I'm not huge on the doll thing. That said, Annabelle is cuter than Chucky, so I should give her a higher rank. Just to be fair. Leatherface. You know, he's a big guy, but he's kind of a fail son. That said, I think he goes above the base level slashers. As a fail son, is her. pretty good time so far. Anyone else in here right now? I think this is Dr. Caligari, but I don't know enough about the cabinet of Dr. Caligari to rank him. Maniac cop. A cop. F tier. Also a maniac, but that's not as much of a barrier for me. This big snake from whatever this big snake movie is. Let's go ahead and throw him in B. That seems fair. This tiny guy coming out of a toilet. Undecided. Not sure. Simply can't decide. Gremlins and gremlins. Not for me. Yeah, there are 3 that are same at the end. I'm not sure what the deal with is there. The Hills Have Eyes mutant. I think it gets a C. Thing from the Lagoon. Well, I'll put them in with the creature from the Black Lagoon. That seems fair. One of my friends growing up could not shut up about how hot the female gremlin was in Gremlins 2. God. What a king. Let's see, any other ones? I know. Who is that? I can't do that, it's so small. A bunch of fish tails. Honestly, I don't think I need to know a lot about this guy. I can tell from his thumbnail he's hot. It's going right into A tier. Little gremlin. No, little gremlin vagina. Oh, I need it so bad! Pumpkinhead! Pumpkinhead's an A. I think Pumpkinhead's hot. Zombie Child. F tier, not for me. Actually, I'm gonna bump the tire down to undecided. Same thing for the stuff. Who knows? Eating the stuff and being taken control of by it could actually be a very, sensual experience. We don't know that. Hard to know. Anybody else here? Is this horde of otherworldly horrors from Mouth of Madness? I do not believe so. Sadly. Who is this guy? Does anyone know who this guy is here? It's like a guy with like a metal skull for a face. He looks like he's got 2 knives. From some forgotten slasher. Gotcha. This is a Deadite, right? I believe this is a Deadite. Honestly, Deadites... kind of like a C. Trying to be a little picky, what can I say? They can fling you around the room. Is there any more here that I know? Starting to get... Now I'm looking at these, I'm just like, wow. But who the fuck are any of... Who are any of these people? I thought, like, I knew every horror movie there was, and I'm looking around and I'm like, Is that the thing? Is that... Huh, it's too small to tell. Yeah, you're right, Retro. There's some I probably don't recognize. Big bug. I think, is this from Attack of the 50-Foot Ants? I think it is. That's a solid B. Seems to be some kind of Wendigo creature. I'm into it. I like it. I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm surprised to not see the mummy either. I can, in fact, zoom in. You guys recognize anybody now? Now that I'm zoomed in more? Yeah, the original... Okay, this is the original mummy, right? Yeah. Get him to see. Norman Bates. He's got mommy issues. That's a good start. Give him a C. I haven't seen that in so long. Now I can finally see these. I'm re-examining the graboids from Tremors. You gotta be in the vor for that one. I think this is the thing from The Thing. In which case, A tier. Relax my harness a little bit. There we go. Have a nice chill stream. I can wear the loose harness today. I get to eat all the wet food I want. That's right. Here's that guy with the skull mask again. Who the fuck is this guy? Someone said the monster from The Ritual is on here. I'm looking for it because I think the monster from The Ritual is hot. There he is! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right at the fucking top. The monster from The Ritual is hot as fuck. Yeah, oh yes, it's Die Hardman from Death Stranding. That's right. A killer tomato! I'm from New Jersey, so I have to, like, give it a certain level of rep. Put it in the B tier. For some reason, my back is feeling super weird today. Let me shed this and just go. Take off my knot shirt. There we go. What is this thing? It's just like a brain. Does anyone know? This guy. Barman from Return of the Living Dead. Where's that at? That one I do know. I just haven't seen his thumbnail. Oh, there he is. Tarman. A little wet for my taste, frankly. I'm not He's a little wet for my taste. And he probably smells like rotting meat, so I'm gonna have him pretty low. And his dick's probably falling off. So like... Swishy... Swishy swoosh. Thank you so much for the follow. And welcome aboard. This is the Phantom of the Opera. If this is... So is that who this is? Because if so... I love me a band with class. This one looks really familiar, but I can't place what it's from. The monster from Cloverfield. Simply too big. Isn't Fanty a whiny man-child? I don't know, I haven't seen it in a very long time. What do you think, I watch musical theater? Am I some kind of fag? Yeah, but not that kind. You're right, I should believe in myself. I shouldn't be saying, this monster's too big to fit. I should be saying, I'm going to find a way to fit this big monster inside of me. That's what a real winner would do. I think that might be it for ones I am familiar with. Yeah, looks like that's all she wrote for what I know. Let's see our list. That's a pretty good spread. I think that this is a fair spread. The one that's just a tire is the tire from the movie Rubber. I've never seen Starship Troopers. The sixth one is Jeepers... Oh, Jeepers Creepers! This one? This guy? Because I can rank him if so, I just don't remember what I didn't remember what his face looks like. Yeah? Okay, cool. Gotcha. Jeepers Creepers I liked. I'll give him a B. The Blob from the Blob. Fuck is the... Oh, right here. A tier. I'm into the slime. I'm slime pilled. Alright. Let's ship this out to Twitter. Let's let everybody take a look. Ship that out. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, glad to have you. Thank you for your help. Alright, let's pop over to, I'm gonna pop over to YouTube. We're gonna do League of Pigs in a moment. First, I want to do the Dark Souls speedrun. Henchan posted this. Is how I found out about it. I'm obsessed with it now. Dark Souls 14-minute speedrun. The entirety of Dark Souls 2 in 14 minutes. Here we go. Yeah, it's incredible that how fast this is. Like I said, entire game 14... For those of you who've never played Dark Souls 2, it's like a 200-hour game. It's incredibly long. Look at this menu speed. They're done. They're done character creation. They didn't even pick the first one of everything. They, like, fucking picked all the optimized ones. Speedrunning Illbleed is an interesting proposition, AJ, because Illbleed mechanically incentivizes you going slower. You regain your heart rate and your bleeding go down when you move slow, and they raise when you go fast. 30 hours is short for a Dark Souls 2 playthrough. No way. If you got the DLCs, you're doing 100 hours easy, in my opinion. But your first time, especially. Maybe not your multiple times, but the first time you play it. So, there seems to be a glitch where if you roll, when you take out the binoculars, it causes you to sprint extremely fast for a couple seconds. We will now see him do that a lot. He's just tagged the Emerald Herald, so he can now level up, and it, I don't know exactly what he does. I can only assume it's necessary to continue through the game. Yeah, this is the original. So yeah, he has to keep going in and out of the binoculars. It's about to go off. Here we go! Okay, so I looked up what happens here. What he did here is that, when you parry an enemy, it temporarily puts you into a window where you cannot be hurt. By rolling over an enemy with the binoculars, after parrying them, it locks you into that invincible, state. And what that means is anywhere that there'd be a kill floor where you'd fall off the world and die, it's now just ground. This speedrunner does not have the anime punch down the well. He never even bothers to go down the well. Taking off. He's got the shield on for easier parries now. Ban. And we're off! At this point, he's going to begin to vibrate because he's glitching the game so hard. That was my wife in the back. Now we're over here. We're in Aldea's Keep now, somehow. Yes, this is quite literally, it's like Dark Souls Watch for Rolling Rocks. It's great. Yeah, outrunning the fog doors, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the original Dark Souls 2. These glitches are all in the game. My wife is not Tessa, no. Tessa is my girlfriend. We are polyamorous, me and my wife. My wife's name is Hayden. So as you see, he just rolled over a parrot guy. We know what that means. Clips through the door. Oh yeah, you might also notice that his stamina is not being used when he runs. He paired that guy so he could fly around the boss room and skip the boss room entirely. So now, while in the menu, this person is going to discard every single item that they do not need for the speed run while in this elevator, because they are locked in this elevator for the time being. So you notice they've discarded every single weapon that they've had. They have no weapons now. Yes, it's for faster menuing. It's precisely for that. This is they're trying to beat the world record speed run. And when it comes down to that, it can be matters of seconds or milliseconds. So they discard everything in their inventory they don't need. Because it's one less button press you have to do. And you have to be stuck in the elevator anyway, so. Now, I don't know if they have to be here for other reasons, but one of the reasons they're here is they're here to get the Dragon's Tooth, which is the weapon that Havel wields in Dark Souls 1 and 3. Just got it right there. And will be the weapon that they wield for this speedrun, believe it or not. Dark Souls 2 has too many bosses. I love the weird animation. This animation here, the run. The, like, you gotta shit yourself run that goes across the ladder. Wide stance. It's so good. Dark Souls 2 has an incredible amount of bosses, but half of them are just guys in big suits of armor. Yeah, just because they're guys in suits of armor doesn't mean they're bad bosses, but it does mean they're all vulnerable to blunt damage. You could cut bosses from BS2, I agree. Yeah, there's a lot of mini bosses, basically. That's a good way to put it. So he talks to the dragon, gets the item needed, and has already, the moment the dialogue ends, has already dark signed out, sacrificing all the souls they've gotten up until this point. They're now gonna crack a bunch of souls. They put one of the souls onto their inventory so they can crack the soul while talking to the Emerald Herald. We now will dump stats in order to have the minimum to two-hand the Dragon's Tooth. Yes, it's like unbelievably optimized. I like the Pursuer as well. I get why people don't, but I like the Pursuer. We're now in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Already. Oh, he about to do it! Speed Force time! Memory of Zhig. One cannot reside in the memory for long. I don't think that's going to be a problem for this guy. Well, Whiskey, in this case, they actually had already released a new version, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. But this is a speedrun of the original, presumably because it's more broken. Yeah, I agree, Nat. It's cool that the Giant Lord and the Last Giant are implied to be the same, giant. I love the Dark Souls 2 giant, character design, too, with just, like, a big gaping hole where their face would be. There's like, DS2 has a lot of jank, but there is some cool stuff in there. Great combat animations, great monster designs. We're using the Speed Force. Okay, now we're underground. Barry likes monsters with gaping holes. Well, it's important to have self-esteem, right? We just got a bunch of unholy urns. Those will factor in later. Or witching urns, or whatever the fuck they're called. Drangleic Castle. Alright. So you'll notice that he's going in and out of his menu. The reason that seems to be that he picks up momentum, goes into the menu, and like, rapid fire does those commands while the character is slowing down. And then will pop out, pick up momentum again, and continue to do that so he never stops moving. We are now in the final area of Throne of One. Yeah, how so fast, Din? It's, they're using a glitch where if you roll while using the binoculars, it makes you run super fast for some reason. We are in the final boss room. Throne Watcher down. This is Dark Souls 2, yes. This is a 14-minute speedrun of the entirety of Dark Souls 2. Finishing him off, he will now use the binoculars to line up a shot and throw an urn so that it falls onto the boss when she spawns in. Right there. Falls in, it hits her. If you hit this specific boss at the right angle with a witching urn, it freezes her AI. It glitches her AI out. So we will now do a combo that involves throwing those while swinging off with the hammer to lock her down until she's dead. I gotta say, I've never got to the last boss of Dark Souls 2. She's really cool looking. I also see now why everyone makes the joke that the moral of Dark Souls 2 is to not trust women. And they've done it! World record speedrun. God, what a treat of a video. Alright, well, we got Season 6 of League of Pigs to watch.
Out in front for this mountain. With that, Piggy Smalls overtakes her on the mountain, and he's out in front. He's probably going to do it as well, which he does. He sets another record. We've had 4 records in 5 races in this final. The racing line for these chicanes, which Piggy Smalls gets. No, Bear gets it, but Piggy Smalls tries to spin Bear, but Bear shrugs him off. Piggy Smalls is gaining on the headstone.
The Breath of the Wild speedrun animation.
What a simply sublime.
Whisper it to me, Crochet.
But he's struggling to get around the pigs and he's trying to cut through Pepper and Hoshi, but he gets pushed out. Bear Trotsky wins season 5.
Yeah, you can change the title. I trust you. Hell fucking yeah! It's time! Can someone tell Crochet Cats how to whisper? I'm also Twitch illiterate.
Season 6 of League of Pigs, and if you haven't seen the previous seasons, especially season 5, I would recommend strongly you do so now, mainly because the update I'm about to talk about does spoil a lot of the results from the previous seasons. And with that warning, I will just head straight into it.
This is League of Pigs.
The update is as follows. All the contestants have had a championship each. The reason for this is exactly as shown. Each pig had periods where they performed far better than any other competitor. This was mainly due to the type of obstacles on the track. Moving forward, the league can confirm that performances will become uneven. Pigs will start to drop out of contention in their pursuit to become the greatest pig athlete of all time. That is a statement that has much bigger ramifications than you would think upon first reading. So please take a second to let that sink in. And while you do that, we'll head over to the first race of Season 6.
Hell yes, we will.
The first race of the season
And
begins,
they're off.
and they all get an even start here, but it's Hoshi Oinku that starts to fall off the back. Now Pepper Sanchez.
Hoshi, no!
There's the next one to fall on the mountain here, and it's just Piggy Smalls and Ginger, but Piggy Smalls
has got it. He's just, yeah.
The most amount of haste, and he's rewarded with the first 10 points in the
Piggy
season.
Smalls is too fucking,
And it's
he's too
interesting to see
big.
that the course makers had left the
Yeah, Hoshi really fell off. I was so Hoshi gang last season.
Barrel through the hedge. In fact, they all took liberties with it actually, and it just shows that these guys will find the easiest route if you let them, and it's Piggy Smalls that takes advantage of that fact the most. Those of you that have been following us for a while may think that we're based in the south of France, given the weather we've had over the last 5 seasons. But in fact, the HQ of the League of Pigs is based in the heart of England. And you don't
Oh, shocking! You mean the place that's always fucking raining is in England?
Price. And that price is the famous British weather. And if you are tempted to feel sorry for these guys, please don't waste your pity. They don't care about the rain one bit. And for pigs, eating is always the top priority, far more important.
I agree that Piggy Smalls is
trivial
too
like
big.
weather conditions.
Absolutely.
Finally,
He's
add
too
the
big.
fact that Pepper
He's
Sanchez
too
has
big.
spent most of her youth eating tequila plants and cacti, and you can start to see that not many of them are complaining. For now, we're going to head over to race 2, which is fortunately a lot drier than this. The sprint race begins, and Pepper Sanchez is being caught off guard there. She's already out of it now, and it's just the big three who are racing forward with Hoshi unusually at the front here. Is he going to hold off Ginger? Yes, he does. And Hoshi Oinku.
Hell yes,
wins the
Hoshi
sprint race.
Oinku.
I cannot remember the last time this Japanese pig won a sprint race, but a great surprise for him. And unfortunately for Pepper Sanchez,
Just haters.
a disaster for Mexico as she tries to poke her head over the box. And get
We are
the
kinda
advantage,
haters,
and it's
you're right.
Anything but that in this mad sprint race that's just happened. She tries her best to catch up with the rest of them, but unfortunately for Pepper, it's not enough. If you think a little rain is going to stop Hoshi Oinku from working on the hill project, then you clearly don't know Hoshi. And because of this
They
wet
should
weather,
make an anime
the
of this, I
chances of a
agree.
landslide have increased dramatically. So Hoshi is putting his life on the line here, and he's not even wearing a hard hat. But those are the kind of risks you take if you want to be dig leader and get this project finished on time.
Oh,
Let's just hope Hoshi makes it to race 3.
this coming Monday we have
Race
Zero
three
Suit
begins, and Pepper
Camus
Sanchez
from
just
Twitter
having to start this
on
time,
the
so
stream.
despair, but it's Pepper who gets
Claire
in front as she gets
Penis
these
will be
chicanes.
on the
She's just
stream
the
on
first one out,
Monday.
The second one nicely. Same with the third, and she's on her own here for the hedge. She's probably going to do it now, but look, Ginger looks dangerous, but no, Pepper holds her off. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's an apology from Pepper Sanchez to the great nation of Mexico for messing up that sprint race that she really should have won there. And fair
Beautiful.
play to her as
Beautiful.
well. She did finish it off, and it's really surprising to see a course with the largest hurdle in this competition.
pronounced
being
out
done
loud,
by
it's
the smallest
Camus
pig
is the name of
in a
that,
very fast time as well.
philosopher.
Pepper Sanchez does herself proud and manages to hold off the mighty Ginger to claim her 10 points in this race. Little Pepper
Yeah, that's her
Sanchez.
Twitter at if you don't know who she
She's
is.
not on top for the round, but she's certainly the most entertaining pig of the season so far. And while Pepper's chomping, I just want to remind viewers
She
that
does
if you're
funny posts and
enjoying
she's
the
really
show,
pretty. She's got the
please
stuff that
consider
you
hitting
guys
the
would want
like
to see.
button.
It's fine.
And if you think you're going to watch future videos, a subscription would be even better, as it really helps us out. For now, we'll head over to
It's
the
true, a
next race.
subscription does really help us out. And it is September,
The
meaning
sprint race
subscriptions are
begins
20%
from
off.
Piggy S'mores, Pepper and Ginger, the ones in contention for this. Pepper's got her snout ahead of the pack, but Ginger and S'mores are looking very dangerous still. And that time looks quite quick actually. Oh! The sprint record's been broken. That record has stood since
Sangolini
season
with the
1 in
follow,
the
thank you so
finals.
much.
Ginger Hamilton comes and takes the prestige of having the quickest time down that track. And I don't think that's going to be beaten for a very long time, if ever. Ginger Hamilton finally beats the 8:64 record set by Piggy S'mores in the finals of season 1, and it is glorious for her, beating even the infamous
What a
Pepper
run.
Sanchez. Congratulations to Ginger. Dig on, you Ginger Roadrunner, you. Ginger
Hell yeah.
Hamilton. I'm still reeling from what just happened in that previous race. I personally didn't think that record by Piggy S'mores was going to be broken. He was just so magnificent in those finals, but it just shows, it feels like Ginger can do anything, and what Ginger's choosing to do right now is continue to dig on the hill. Hoshi's looking like he's cracking the whip on the rest of them, but they're all equal to the measure here, and Ginger's doing a fantastic job with no regard of keeping that lovely ginger fur.
It's the
nice
same
and clean.
pigs every
For
season,
her,
Nat.
looking pretty is natural. It doesn't matter.
But this is,
how clean she
as
is.
of season 6,
She's
they've
still
all
gonna
won
look
one
stunning.
championship, so they're all tied.
Oh, that's
This is a
it for me
tiebreaker.
and my admiration of Ginger after that last race. We're going to crack on to race 5.
I agree, this commentator does have the best job in the world.
Who goes straight to the front of the queue. She's going to have to battle Hoshi for the racing line, which she takes off him nicely there. She's made it look easy, but it's certainly not. Is she going to do the head smoothly? It's looking pretty quick. Yes, she does.
Whoa!
Again,
Okay.
She beats her own record at 10:40, and that's a huge
Damn,
improvement
Bear.
on her last record. And just
Bear,
as you think Bear's
I
going
think
through a
Vegaspell
slump,
put
she
it best,
reminds
which
everybody
is that
who won last
one of the most
season,
admirable
she's
things
not
about
gonna
Bear
go down
Trotsky
without a
is that
fight.
she only
You
really
can
runs
see
fast
the
when she
first
feels like
chicane,
it.
She wants it more, and you're thinking, yeah, this is going to be a quick time, but I did not expect 10:40. And what is going on with these pigs? They're racing like it's the finals.
So true.
When Piggy S'mores first arrived at the league, some people like to give him the nickname Trousers, or Pants, as the Americans would know it. And that's because the back half of him is solid black. But if you take a closer look, he's even more unique than that. He looks like the product of a designer pig competition, where you give him some trousers, a nice polka dot shirt, and why not give him a golden crown of hair while we're at it? But that's exactly what you're seeing right here.
Hell yes.
And I think that makes him a good candidate for the most interesting looking pig I've ever seen, and certainly worth appreciating. But not for too long, as race 6 is about to start. Race 6 commences. All of them get decent starts apart from Piggy S'mores, who's been brutally handicapped, but Ginger starts to move forward, and it looks like it's Bear and Ginger here in contention for the win. But Ginger needs to catch up with Bear as she's out in front, but she looks like she might do it. I don't think that was enough. We'll have to see what Race Radio says in a second. I think Bear still got it, but I could be wrong. Yes, that's what I got. Bear gets the 10 points. Ginger has to settle for 7. And Piggy S'mores gets 3rd position, which I didn't see him coming up from the back there. I was too focused on Ginger and Bear. He did very well to say he got back from that
there we
poor
go.
start. And I don't know how Hoshi manages to lose the last podium place. After the mountain, he looked way in front there. We'll have to see what happened. Ah, you see it now. Hoshi crosses over.
Oh, yeah. I'll be
the
right
track,
back,
and I don't know
everybody.
why he does that because there's no reason for it.
I'm
but
gonna
Piggy
go,
S'mores takes advantage.
not smoke
Well,
weed.
as always, Bear's about as predictable as a magic 8-ball. And I suppose that's half of her appeal to Bear fans. But there are those times where you're watching Pepper Sanchez overtake her in a hurdles race and you just want to smash your screen. But we did see Bear produce one of the most exciting performances in the league's history. But for now, let's just see if she can roll that great performance into Season 6. The final race starts promptly. It's only Hoshi who doesn't get out quick enough, but Bear's in front. Only if Piggy S'mores is going to challenge, but no. Bear's being left all on her own. She's making the most of it as well. She's going to have the hedge all to herself, which she does nicely. And that would have been a record had race 5 not happened. Bear now holds the top 3 fastest times on that course. And it means that she's turned an average performance this round into a good one. Let's not forget, though, that Ginger had the best round. And I do find it funny that we've got 2 styles here conflicting. One is a consistent style collecting enough points, and the other one's an erratic one but Bear is still managing to get enough wins to cover her poor performances in other races. We've seen another solid round here as the pigs continue to smash records, and to my eye, everything looks pretty even. Yes, Pepper's dropping off at the back, but the rest of them are within striking distance. As mentioned before, I do find it funny the difference between Ginger and Bear.
Sorry, yeah,
Bear has as many wins
the
as
apartment
pigs
caught on fire.
Bear,
I inhaled some of the smoke and it made me cough.
When
Sorry.
you're dealing with a pig that refuses to fall out of the podium positions, and it means that Ginger has the best start in Season 6. Please join us for round 2, and if you enjoyed the show, as always, consider subscribing and liking this video, as it does help us out with the all-seeing algorithm.
It's so true.
Same with the third.
Remember to follow and subscribe.
She's probably going to do it now, but look, Ginger looks dangerous, but no. Pepper holds her off. Pepper's got her snout ahead of the pack, but Ginger and S'mores are looking very dangerous still.
The jam.
That time looks quite quick, actually. Oh! The sprint record's been broken. That record has stood since Season 1 in the finals. She's going to have to battle Hoshi to the racing line, which she takes off him nicely there. She's made it look easy, but it's certainly not. Is she going to do the head smoothly? It's looking pretty quick. Yes, she does. And oh, again, Bear Trotsky beats her own record.
Hoshi Oinku, Bear Trotsky, Pepper Sanchez. This is League of Pigs.
Hello and welcome to League of Pigs, and if you missed round 1, then as you can see from these points, it was a close round with a couple of strategies being used. Bear got the most amount of wins, but that is not enough when you're dealing with a pig like Ginger, who refuses to fall outside podium positions. S'mores was the definition of mediocre, and Hoshi had a bit of a slow start considering that he's normally very good in the early rounds. And of course, we pray for Pepper. But enough with that, let's head over to the first race of the round.
To me, they're all winners.
The first race commences and they all get out.
I think that's
nicely,
important to
apart
put
from
out there.
Hoshi's dropping off at the back. Oh, and they've changed the order of the chicanes, and Piggy S'mores are just the best, and he's all on his own as he heads down this track to the line. Oh, and there's tyres, and that's the first new obstacle of this season, and it presents itself in round 2.
They gotta jump through tires now.
The first time they've done it, in fairness.
This changes the game.
Enough on this new obstacle.
This is big news for Piggy Smalls.
Who gets second? I did not see how he did that. We'll have to see it on the replay. He was right at the back, and he almost crashed into the first chicane when they changed the order. But you can see him scrapping there. He clearly wants it more, and he does the tyres the quickest out of all of them. And that results in turning 1 point into 7.
No one's retired. They have to jump through a tire now, which means that the smaller pigs have an advantage.
I cannot stress enough, it is a temporary permit. Please don't expect them to be in the wood every week. It's hard enough to manage these guys in a paddock, never mind a wood. But you can see that everybody's loving it. Bear's on her own digging there. And I don't know where Hoshi's gone. It's a little concerning. I think the cameraman's going to have to stop.
Pixel Pixie, hello! Welcome! We're watching League of Pigs.
Oh, and there he is. And he looks almost dazed. But you cannot blame him. He's never seen so much food in his lifetime. And he looks as happy as a kid in a chocolate factory. And the same goes for Pepper Sanchez as well. Her tail looks like a helicopter blade. For now, we need to go to race 2, though. Pins pulled, door goes down, they all get a fair start, but Bear starts jogging, and that's not a good idea. Piggy S'mores once again takes the racing line, and this time Hoshi isn't confused by the change either, and they start rocketing down, but Piggy S'mores is the first to get the tyres. He doesn't hesitate, but Hoshi Oinku does, and Ginger takes advantage, and this time it's Ginger's turn to take 5 points and turn them into 7 at the cost of Hoshi. Hoshi Oinku hesitates, and you cannot do that when that Ginger pig is on your tail.
I can't believe how well Smalls is doing, considering the obstacle.
And you'll see in a second this replay. Piggy S'mores loves this new track, you can tell, because it's 2 for 2 for him, and he's always on his own as he approaches the tyres, and he doesn't hesitate for long. In fact, the rest of them follow him through that tyre, and it confused Hoshi for a moment, and unfortunately for Japan, they lose 2 points. The pigs venture deeper into the wood now, and I think the cameraman's regretting wearing shorts as he tiptoes through these nettles. And there's so much vegetation they've never seen. It must be fascinating for these guys. And for Hoshi Oinku, all his Christmases must have been coming at once. He was content in the paddock, and all of a sudden he's got Piggy Heaven, the hill that he loves so much, and a trip to the wood. I think Japan are worried that he's going to get distracted from the competition.
Yeah, Hoshi's tire section.
Will this new adventure
It's not good, Adam guy.
6?
It's a shame.
We will see by heading over to race 3.
Because Hoshi had his win
by
being the best at the water traps.
Looks like she's won that rush, but Ginger Hamilton is going to challenge her here in these chicanes. Bear has the better racing line, is out in front, but Ginger certainly hasn't let it go as they get to this hedge. And that is a seamless jump by Ginger Hamilton.
There you go, Ginger Hamilton.
Race 3, and Ginger fans should have a smile from ear to ear as they watch her class.
And you know, Ginger Hamilton has always been such a consistent competitor. Like, maybe she doesn't put, like, there's been a lot of seasons where it's like Ginger Hamilton is, like, number 2. And it's not because, like, oh, she's not winning every race. It's, she's placing every race. It's like, okay, yeah, you came in first this time, but then you blew out in the next 2 races. She's like, second place, third place, second place, first place, second place. It's just, the consistency.
We are with the champion of the League of Pigs, Bear, along with Piggy Smalls, but Bear has been assigned one of the most dangerous roles you can do on the hill, which is to dig away on the thing you're standing on. And Bear could easily fall off, or that could break away.
I like that they play Minecraft together.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think that's really nice that after the races they get together and play Minecraft.
Piggy Smalls is kind of working more on the foundations of where she's standing. Kind of looks like Piggy Smalls is trying to sabotage Bear, but I can promise you that's not the case. And I do think that Bear should...
Can you promise us that? Because Piggy Smalls has gotten aggressive with competitors between rounds in the past.
But that just shows how important this hill project is to these guys. And while they continue to do that, of course we've got to head on with the round. The wettest race we've seen begins. Bear gets the best start. Piggy Smalls also looks dangerous, and Pepper, but now Piggy Smalls takes over in his normal style with those chicanes, and he's on his own now for these tyres.
He's so big. Oh, whoa!
And he hesitates quite a lot, and I think Bear then
oh, man!
And that is a very unusual thing to see Piggy Smalls do, which is to hesitate on nearly anything. Never mind the tyres he's been doing so well at this round. And Bear slips in and takes those 10 points. And that was unnecessary by Piggy Smalls. He did not need to hesitate that much. It's not
Maybe Piggy Smalls doesn't like the tires in the rain.
Normally leads the way. The far side tyre being faded by Piggy Smalls normally, and maybe he decided that he was going to try the near side one. But whatever it was more of a hindrance than anything else. And it means that Bear claims her first tyre race win. Pepper Sanchez, one of the cutest pigs you've ever seen. She's not having the best round 2, and she didn't do brilliant in round 1 either, but we love her nevertheless.
She weighs 40 pounds.
And while she's having a taste of everything, now would be a fantastic time to say that if you enjoy the show so far, please consider liking this video. And if you think you're going to watch any more of them, then a subscription from you would be even better, as it would help the pigs and the league out massively.
He's right. And it is September. Subscriptions are 20% off on Twitch.com. Great time to subscribe.
Sprint race begins and the girls get out the best. In fact, the boys have already fallen off. Bear, Ginger, and Pepper.
Ooh, this is a tight one.
Seems to be falling off. And Pepper looks like she's going to wrap this sprint up, but Ginger's got a spurt speed and equals her record from the previous round.
Who was it? Ginger!
Any pig has gone down that course, and she did it before in round 1. She cements her reputation as a brilliant sprinter and beats Pepper Sanchez for the second time. There is no doubt that Pepper is the fastest pig in the first half of this course.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get a stuffed animal to show.
The stamina to take it all the way down the line, and Ginger has the lungs for it and proves once again how versatile she is as a pig racer. I was glowing about Ginger Hamilton last week, and I've got to say that I think she's pig of the round so far. I mean, you saw her come back from Bear, and you saw her do it exactly the same thing with Pepper on completely different courses. She's certainly one of the most versatile pigs on the circuit. And while we've got to buy this hedge, look how high that hedge is. I know sometimes they barrel through it, but a lot of the times they clear it. And that means the pigs are jumping the height of Ginger. That's just worth thinking about for a second. Anyway, with that, let's head over to the second to last race. The pin is gently pulled, and I don't think the pigs realise it. But they push it down, and Piggy Smalls and Bear get the best starts as they approach these chicanes. Bear gets the racing line again, and Piggy Smalls is still fighting with Pepper and gets behind Bear. And as they go through this near side tyre, Piggy Smalls pushes Bear through, and Bear sets a record on this course. And of course Bear does something like that. We know Bear is like
Bear's
she's
putting
either
up
right at the back,
numbers.
or she does an explosive
Ginger,
race
Smalls,
and sets
Bear,
a record.
Hoshi.
And
Okay.
it was the latter in race 6.
Those are tight
Peggy Smalls
scores.
was desperate to get round Bear. He could sense that Ginger on the far side was going to take his position, and he was not in the mood for queuing at all. And so he goes through almost with Bear and makes sure he gets the second place.
I got my stuffed animal, by the way. This is Mocha. He was given to me by a friend when I got poison ivy all over my body. A friend of mine sent me flowers and this bear. I really like him. He's pretty new, so we don't have a lot of lore or backstory yet, but I really love him a lot. You've been taking good care of me, haven't you, ever since I got all the poison ivy.
Be the sprint, as his performance in race 5 was frankly slow. Let's see how dangerous he is in the final race of this round.
I get covered in poison ivy helping clean my parents' yard.
Out of the box well, but Bear goes straight to the front of the pack and takes the racing line on these chicanes, as we've seen her do many times before, and I have a feeling she's not going to mess this hedge up. No,
I was at my folks helping clean up, and we were ripping up ivy. I thought it was just regular ivy. It turns out poison ivy had integrated itself in, so we're just like ripping up huge piles of ivy with our bare hands. And my friend who's with me doesn't get poison ivy, so he doesn't know. He doesn't even check. And I got covered in every exposed part of my body other than my face with poison ivy. It was awful.
And she hasn't waned at all from season 5. Well, there you have it. Ginger continues to refuse to get less than third, and that means again,
that's what I'm saying, the consistency. Ginger, look, no 4th place, no 5th place, just like consistency every time.
Peggy Smalls is still very much relevant as he enjoys a great performance on this new tyre track, but it's last chance saloon for Hoshi Oinku, and he will need a stunning round 3 if he wants a shot at the championship.
Yeah, people have poison ivy immunity, isn't that crazy?
Subscribing if you've enjoyed the show, as it really
Hi
helps.
Celeste, Ginger is in first so far.
On his own as he heads down this
We're
track
halfway
to the
through.
line. Oh, and there's tyres, and that's the first new obstacle of this season, and it presents itself in round 2, and they start rocketing down, but Piggy Smalls is the first to get the tyres. He doesn't hesitate, but Hoshi Oinku does, and Ginger takes advantage, but Ginger Hamilton is going to challenge her here in these chicanes. Bear has the better racing line, is out in front, but Ginger certainly hasn't let it go as they get to this hedge, and that is a seamless jump by Ginger Hamilton, and clinches the win in race 3.
Woo! Oh yeah. The way you told that made me imagine I think you should leave Sketcher gets covered in poison ivy. I've been thinking about, somebody tweeted recently that that Tim Robinson should be the next Joker, and take a moment and just ponder Tim Robinson Joker for a moment. It's a pretty great vision.
Hello and welcome to League of Pigs, and as we pass the halfway point, 3 things are worth noting. First of all, consistency seems key, as Ginger still hasn't got 4th or 5th in any of the races, and she is rewarded with pole position. One pig that disagrees with that strategy is Bear. Bear has decided that she'll either win or hang at the back and shows very little interest in 2nd and 3rd. It worked for her in season 5, will it work again here? And finally, Piggy Smalls received a boost in round 2 as the new tyre track seems to suit his style the best. Let's see if those patterns continue by heading over to the first race of round 3.
A Joker that used to be a piece of shit.
Round 3 begins, and Bear comes flying out the box, and Hoshi's starting to give chase. He's pulling away from the others to get behind him, but he slows, and there's Balls, and Bear chooses to leap over them, not wanting to touch them. That strategy is paid off as she crosses the line and gets her 7th win of this season. Hoshi Oinku is the biggest loser by far.
Balls? Wow. God, they're stepping it up. Tires, Balls? Wow.
Balls dropped right back and lost to pigs like Ginger and Smalls, who crashed through them after Bear. Ginger staying consistent, staying in that 2nd position, only losing 3 points, but congratulations to Russia as they deal with this new obstacle supremely and choose to completely avoid it by jumping over the top. It will be interesting to see how these pigs manage another balls race, especially Hoshi, as he realises those balls pose no threat to him. The pigs continue to take advantage of the wet weather we've had this season, and you can see that Ginger's work ethic
yeah, balls
extends
race is
beyond
right.
the
Isn't that
racetrack.
crazy?
She puts her back into it. These pigs are talented landscapers.
I was gonna say,
But
yeah,
the
I
problem
mean,
you've got is they pick their own projects. You certainly can't
Mark
trust them with
Hamill's was
things
a
that
pretty
you
good,
consider
funny
practical
Joker.
and
I don't know.
traditional
I love
sense.
Mark Hamill Joker, though.
So don't go thinking you can get yourself some Coonies and they'll do all the work for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. But it is a fun thought to think it might. Regardless, we head to race 2. Pinchpool, door goes down, and this time Ginger notably is at the back, and this could be a big deal for the others. Piggy Smalls shoves them all aside, and he does his little dance thing we've seen him do plenty of times before. He's choosing the near side tyre, which he doesn't
Wow,
hesitate.
no contest.
And that is the first time Ginger Hamilton has fell out the top 3, and it means
Wow.
she loses ground to Bear and Piggy Smalls. It's not a great race for the UK, but you do get the feeling that Piggy Smalls could do this track all day long, and the result would be the same. Just look at him shove everybody over, and he understands the importance
God.
of
So
getting
see,
that
he's like
first
so
chicane
much
right,
bigger than the rest of
and
them. He
he
can throw his
doesn't
weight
hesitate,
around.
and in fact, all of them follow him through apart from Pepper.
Like it or hate it, you gotta admit
slick
he's a
performance
competitor.
from this cool pig. Ginger's looking for the next place to dig. But while she's doing
Personally,
that, it's
I don't
worth
really care for
remembering
his sportsmanship,
that all of the pigs
but
have a
I do
championship,
admire
as
that he
mentioned in
is
round
a
one.
very large pig.
And that means they're desperate to get the double. And you could make an
No
argument
question he's
that
a
Piggy
contender.
Smalls
Like I said,
probably
love him or
wants it
hate
the
him.
most, given the last
You
time
gotta
he
respect
won,
it.
it was season 1, so he's been waiting a long time. And many people think he deserves it, given that he is handicapped. But only time will tell. And the wait will certainly be less if we head over to race 3 now. The race begins. Pepper gets the best start. Bear's also with her. Ginger's gaining on the far side. They're in a diagonal formation, which captures out Piggy Smalls, and he's not dancing around these chicanes anymore. And Ginger's going on a double chicane course, it looks like. That's suiting her well. Same with Bear, as no one's able to overtake each other. And Piggy Smalls is affected the
Big
most with that
stretch.
change, as he is not able to get round Hoshi or Pepper in time, and he eradicates his gains he made in race 2. Ginger shows everyone that she's not here for second and third. That's just a byproduct of going for first. And Bear doesn't do too bad, loses on Ginger a bit, but mainly gains on Piggy Smalls. So the US go back to where they were. I'm not sure why that caught Piggy Smalls so much, as the order of the chicanes is the same as the tyre track, but it did, and that's all that matters. Recently, on the track, things haven't been the best for Ho Shou-Inku, but at least off the track, things have never been better with the arrival of the hill and that wood trip we had last week. And while Hoshi's savouring that, now's a good time to say that if you enjoy this video, please consider giving it a like. And if you think you're going to watch a few more, then a subscription from you would be really appreciated from both the league and the pigs.
And
Thank
it
you
is
very much.
it is September, so subscriptions are 20% off. It is a great time to support your favorite streamer with a subscription or a gift sub.
Slows everybody down and carves his way through those chicanes. It's beautiful, and this looks like a very fast time, and it is. He's shaved almost a whole second off his previous record.
What a king.
In race 2. Piggy Smalls has nailed this tyre track, it's fair to say, and I don't know how anyone's able to overtake him when he's just got this technique down so well. As soon as he gets that
I
first
can't believe
chicane
Bear
right,
can like
it's
put
all
out the
his from
speed
there on in.
sometimes.
You can see him carving his way,
Playing
almost
Pokemon
like
games,
he's
playing
skiing
Fallout.
around those chicanes, and he's all on his own after he cuts Bear up. It's a mesmerising win on these chicanes. Pepper Sanchez slows down and stops for this puddle, and there's a very good reason for that, and that's because it's the first time ever she's seen one. I'd be nervous to show her the sea if she's this impressed with that puddle. Not many puddles in Mexico, but in England they are plentiful. She'll see many more of these. And it's seeming like the novelty of this puddle is starting to wane. And life goes on for the little one.
Bet, I'm glad you said that. I was like, what?
Race 5 begins.
Yeah, I do like that we never see the people who run this
Ginger
either.
and Pepper take the lead here, and they've changed the course again. And now it's just Ginger and Bear fighting for the win as they go down this track. And there's beanbags and tyres this time, which Bear manages the best. Then comes Ginger
Beanbags and
Piggy
tires.
Smalls manages to
Wow.
get third,
We're getting
which
like
is so
fusion
impressive.
traps now.
So great strategy from him. I'm not too sure what the course makers were doing with that first obstacle. It kind of just pushed everybody to the near side. But after that, those tyres slow everyone down for the beanbags, which means they have to bunny hop their way through,
Wow.
slowing the whole race down. Piggy Smalls sees
Beanbags, there
that
they go.
chance and overtakes Hoshi, who cannot catch a break this season. We join the pigs back in Piggy Heaven. Had we turned left, we'd be looking at the hill. But instead, we are now looking poolside. And while the pigs are
this
enjoying
camera's
this
so much
area,
worse quality.
let's have a think how things have changed recently. The rise of Bear in Season 5 has changed the dynamic between the pigs. Pepper no longer
Beautiful
beats Bear
shot,
quite
though.
as often and is falling right off at the back. And it's more difficult for Ginger to be in the top 2 places now this new strong competitor has come. Let's see if that stays the same for this season and future ones.
Yeah, Bear's bringing the
The penultimate
claws.
race begins.
Jeez.
Piggy Smalls being handicapped. Bear gets out the best, and is this going to be a third win for Bear? Everyone else is dropping back, but Ginger is launching a counterattack. So is Hoshi Oinku as well. In fact, Hoshi looks like he might get second, but he drops right back. And can someone tell me why Hoshi insists on crossing over the track in the final moments?
Terra being disabled temporarily. This can go back on. I spent licking the salt lamp and...
Such a lack of discipline at such a crucial moment
Gauss.
is almost unforgivable. Yes, treats are important. Nobody is arguing with that. But you have to race first and get paid second. It doesn't work the other way round. And Piggy Smalls deserved that third place after the heavy handicapping he received. And he shows why he's still in contention for the double this season.
Wow.
After all the commotion from the previous race, I didn't get time to mention just how impressive Bear has been this round. She's won 3 races and got 3 second places. She has won the round already and we haven't even finished it. Not only that, so far this season she has 9 out of 20 wins. I have to say it right now that this new Bear is a different level of pig. And kudos to her for getting her act together. The final race begins. The girls get the best start. The boys have to play catch-up. Bear's out in front and pulls away again. They cannot let her win this one, or it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Piggy Smalls is challenging on the near side.
Oh, man.
They better hope
Who was it?
that Piggy Smalls did that, or it'll be a disaster for him. And he doesn't. Bear Trotsky gets 61 points.
Bear!
The highest amount of points there has ever been
Whoa!
outside of a finals, and she's given them all a bloody snout. They were busy squabbling among themselves.
Up 15 points!
And just destroys the competition in a supreme performance from Russia. What a hiding she's given them. What has just happened in this round? We've come from a place where Bear was 3 points ahead of Piggy Smalls to 21 points ahead. Has a 17-point swing on Ginger. How do you come back from that mentally? It's just a complete breaking down of the competition and an annihilation of it at the same time. There's nothing good for anyone else to pull out of this. They've been a mess. They have let Bear come in here and pretty much win the season in round 3. And as we go, if you've enjoyed watching Bear's performance, and how could you not, please like this video. And if you aren't bothered in watching any more after this, don't bother subscribing. There's nothing else going to come from this. Thank you, and I'll see you in the finals.
All right,
choosing the near
finals
side
it
tire,
is.
which he doesn't hesitate, and that is the first time Ginger Hamilton has fell out the top 3. But look at Piggy Smalls straight to the front, and cuts Bear up, slows everybody down.
Why is this guy so pressed about Bear?
It's beautiful, and this looks like a very fast time, and it is.
If Piggy Smalls had that dominant win, you'd be like, oh, the Piggy Smalls, because it's Bear Trotsky, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Or it'll be a disaster for him. And he doesn't. Bear Trotsky gets 61 points.
There's bias in the booth, no question. There was a lot of Smalls doping accusations, yeah, in the early days. Also, Smalls raced with a handicap on him for a while. He started behind a small wall.
Hello and welcome to the Season 6 finals of League of Pigs. And these aren't just any finals. We are here to witness the first pig ever to win the double, so the stakes have never been higher. And as the pigs do their walkout from the clubhouse, let's talk about the lay of the land for these finals. At this point, there are 3 pigs in contention: Bear, Ginger and Piggy Smalls. But Piggy Smalls and Ginger need to get their act together after a sensational performance by Bear in round 3. If Bear does another performance like that, this won't be called Season 6.
Ginger could pull this out, though.
Simply be
That's
known
pretty
as
close.
Season Bear, because that's all
if
that
we get a
anybody
bad
will
run of
remember
Bear
from it. But enough with me rambling on. let us go straight over to race 1. The first race of the finals begins, and Bear gets a dream start, but look at her main rival. Ginger is right at the back. Piggy S'mores is giving chase. Bear jumps the balls like she did last time. Piggy S'mores is challenging. He'll need to win it, I think, but he doesn't. And Bear Trotsky sets another record in this competition.
And
it's
Ginger's
a dream start
in
for
second
the
to
defending
last.
champion,
Wow.
as she gains 7 points over her main rival, Ginger. And the road to glory
Damn.
looks ever simpler for Trotsky, as she now has 11 wins out of 22 races so far. Yes, you've heard me right, she has won half of the races in this season. And the other pigs have to stop her in the next couple of races, or it's all over. It's the big Lahoshi. Hoshi Oinkyu hasn't had the best season, that's fair to say. And it is for a few reasons. First of all, his discipline. We've seen his love for treats spill over onto the track and affect his performance. And it has lost him a few places on more than one occasion. Second of all, Bear has become a real contender since season 5. And I think
the balls
Hoshi's
don't
feeling
face
the
Bear at
effects
all.
of that. But for now, we will say goodbye to this most chonkiest of pigs. Continue with the finals.
Chonkiest. He's right.
Pins pulled, and as the door drops down, Bear gets yet another impressive start this season. Everyone else is playing catch up. Piggy S'mores and Ginger are behind her, and Piggy S'mores is doing the best job of catching up. But it's going to be too late, and it is too late, and that could be said about this whole competition up until this point. Trotsky tightens her grip on this double as she bleeds the others dry of points. She is now 20 points ahead
This
of
is
Ginger and
vicious.
27
This is a
points ahead of
bloodbath.
S'mores, who
That's
must
a
be past
bloodbath.
salvation at this point. And is this going to be the first finals that isn't even close? The next race or two will certainly decide that. But what is certainly true is that the momentum from round 3 is ever present in these finals. Hoshi Oinkyu having some fun in the sun. Before the oh, what's happening here? Oh, look at this. Pepper Sanchez on 2 legs, and I've never
Oh
seen
my
something
God.
like this with Cooney Coonies. What are we watching happen? And one of the most magnificent things that's ever happened in League of Pigs has just occurred. And I'm being told right now Bear has said something to Pepper about her performance, and the fiery Latina is having none of it. And look, they're getting closer, and Hoshi's trying to push himself between the 2 girls to stop them from fighting. What am I watching transpire in front of my eyes?
Character
It is
growth for
incredible
Piggy
scenes
Smalls.
here at the league as these 2 pigs go at it in majestic fashion. And you can forget for a second that you're in an English paddock. It's more like 2 big cats fighting in an African savannah. It is Attenborough level footage you are watching here. Surely there's never been filming
this
of
isn't
2
what the sport
Cooney
is
Coonies
about.
fighting on 2 legs. There can't be. And then Hoshi comes in to break the 2
This
girls
kind of
up.
glorifying of this
And
behavior is what's
quite
ruining the
honestly,
game.
It raises some uncomfortable
What happened?
questions
What happened to fundamentals?
about the intelligence.
What happened to you know how to go through the water trap fast? No, now it's fighting and spectacle.
The 3rd race begins. Pepper and Bear get
It's
out
ruining
the
the
best, but
game.
Pepper Sanchez starts to pull ahead of Bear, and she's going to be the first to reach these chicanes. Oh, and that's a lovely trick by Sanchez and takes everybody off guard. And she's bringing Ginger up with her now as she goes over the hedge. And Ginger goes 2nd, Piggy S'mores goes 3rd, and most notably, Bear comes in last place, just picking a single point. And there was no reason for Sanchez to do that. Her fate in this season has been sealed. But there's a feeling here of my enemy's enemy is my friend. And I think that's what was going on right here. It's a beautiful fake by Pepper Sanchez as she motions to the near side and then goes left at the last moment around the chicane, with Bear being the biggest loser. She's trapped between the 2 boys in that traffic jam, and it takes the momentum off Bear just that little bit. But
This
at
is
this
nuts.
stage, it may well be too late. Well, 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 what drama this little Latina has caused in these finals, and I think we know now.
Bros, you gotta
that
stop
don't mess
saying
with
it.
Pepper Sanchez. But on a serious note, I really do want to reiterate that the scene we witnessed before race 3 was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen pigs do. And the league feels honoured that we were able to capture that moment on camera. And while Pepper is cooling down and doing some therapy digging, now would be a fantastic time to say that if you like the show, please give this video a like. And if you enjoy the surreal moments this league often throws up, then please consider subscribing, because it only gets grander from here, I can tell you that now. and we would love to.
Yeah, Dooku, it's funny you say that because actually,
Continue with these finals.
Super Donkey Piss, who is British, says that, like, this is very authentic to British sports announcing, including the, like, weird racial comments.
And she scurries round all of them to take the 10 points for herself. Piggy Smalls has to get second. And look at Bear right in the back. And all of a sudden, the gulf of points that Bear had over the other pigs has now reduced to just a small stream. You can see as she goes down the track, she's on the wrong side of Piggy Smalls, and she switches on him in the last moment, puts down the hammer, and leaves them all for dead.
Oh my god! Wow!
When you're faced with such brilliance.
Jesus!
And it's funny to think what was just a small exchange from the two smallest
just
pigs
saw a
before
murder!
race 3 has meant that what would have been a cakewalk for Bear Trotsky is now resulted in the scrap of her life.
Oh, I'm glad I was the only one who
Ginger
heard
Hamilton is one of the most
Latina when he said
tenacious
that.
pigs you'll ever meet. And that plays out on the racetrack in the form of consistently high results. Season 6 is a relatively low-scoring season for Ginger, but even so, she still manages to average 6.5 points a race. So if you want to overtake Ginger, you have to win a lot of races. And that's what Pepper did in Season 3 and Bear did in Season 5. And that is certainly Bear's
Everything's
strategy
hard
for
art,
this
yeah.
season as well. But the tide could be turning for Bear Trotsky, and if it does, you can be sure that Ginger will be waiting for any opportunity that presents itself. The double chicane race begins, and Pepper Sanchez gets the best start, but the boys are either side and they look dangerous, and now they take over. And unusually, Hoshi is at the front for these chicanes, but crucially, Piggy Smalls is in second, and there's going to be a proxy battle with Ginger and Bear, and Ginger looks like she's got the better of it, and Bear's going to have to accept fourth. No, she gets fifth, and I'll tell you why she gets fifth, because she was bloody walking is why. And in the finals of all things, the audacity of it just infuriates you to watch. And
he's so pressed about Bear
in a moment like this. So what? So you lose to Ginger, so you think it's okay to walk because Pepper Sanchez is so far behind. But she wasn't so far behind, was she? And she raced a little hard all the way to the line, and she took those points from you.
Damn,
and
bro!
Of course she's going to take pot shots at you, like she did in race 3.
He's fucking molding.
Pepper Sanchez is the snowflake that rolls down the hill, and along with the other pigs, causes an avalanche of points in the wrong direction for Bear, and deservedly so when you do stuff like that. Piggy Smalls composes himself in the clubhouse for a few moments.
He's so tilted. He's so fucking molding
so far, which is quite a normal thing for Piggy Smalls to do really well towards the end of the season.
He's gonna say a slur for pigs.
He's put in a lot of work in the last 2 races to catch up on Bear and Ginger. But having said that, the next course is a double chicane course, which he's pretty strong on, and the final race of the season is the tyre track, which is a dream for Piggy Smalls.
F-Zero DMX, I love your name.
Maximise on his strengths and bring home the double by heading over to the second to last race of the season.
It's quintessentially British to have a bad time for a bit.
Piggy Smalls gets the best start of the 3, but Bear's right at the back here. Piggy Smalls goes into first. Bear's managed to move up into third over Hoshi, which is pretty impressive. Piggy Smalls is now negotiating, but Bear's crashed at the back. But Piggy Smalls has as well. It's confused him completely. Piggy Smalls manages to salvage it though, but Ginger loses a place in that traffic jam. Bear doesn't manage to capitalise though on Ginger, which means that Ginger is in pole position for this final race to see who will win the double.
Bear,
and it's never been closer in this season so far.
This is any of the top 3.
Happen for this final race, and can you believe what we have just seen here? I certainly can't. From pigs that rarely make a mistake on this chicane course to now 2 incidents in the same race. Whatever you think of Bear, it's safe to say she isn't boring. She's won 2, lost 3, had a boxing match with Pepper, and it's come to the point that whoever finishes first in the next race between her and Ginger will be the first pig ever to win a double championship. But let's find out what happens.
God, there's so much pressure on this one.
Of season 6. The final race begins. Bear gets out the best. Ginger's right next to her. Piggy Smalls looks like he's challenging and he goes to the front, but it's not going to be enough. Bear's going to currently win it if she stays in the lead. Ginger needs to overtake her. Will she on these tyres? And she doesn't! And Bear Trotsky is the first pig ever to defend a championship and win the double! It's a magnificent performance from the Russian as she comes out of nowhere, and Bear fans cannot believe their eyes as they see their pig not only win 1 championship, but 2 on the trot. If you'd said to me in season 4 that Bear would win the double, I would have said you were mad. And my disappointment for Bear in the early seasons was hard to contain. But
to
oh
see it. I
boy,
need to
how
see it
stupid
again.
do I look now. Never have I been so happy to be so wrong.
Show me the
Bear
point
Trotsky
breakdown.
makes
Show me the point
history as
breakdown.
becomes the first pig ever to win the
Whoa!
and defend a championship.
Oh my god!
It's a heartbreaking day for Ginger and S'mores fans, but
1
this isn't a
point!
goodbye session, and you cannot deny a pig of the championship when she has 17 top 2 finishes, 12 of which were wins. Is
Oh
Bear
my
frustrated
God!
to watch sometimes?
Holy shit!
Yes, she is. But she also provides us with some of the most extraordinary moments this league has to offer. And now all that's left to do is to pay tribute, again for the second time in 2 seasons, to one of the greatest pigs that has ever graced the paddock, Bear
That's
Trotsky.
crazy. Yeah, let's get some Bear Trotsky.
And oh, again, Bear Trotsky beats her own record at 10:40. Piggy S'mores is challenging. He'll need to win it, I think, but he doesn't. And Bear Trotsky sets another record in this competition. And he looks like he might do it. They better hope that Piggy S'mores did that. And he doesn't. Bear Trotsky gets 61 points. What a hiding she's given them. Ginger needs to overtake her. Will she on these tyres? And she doesn't! And Bear Trotsky is the first pig ever to defend a championship and win the double!
Wow. Wow. There's a season 7, but I don't think it's done yet. I had to check. Let's go to the League of Pigs page. Ah! Scaring me. Nope, season 7 is just starting, so I'm gonna wait until that one drops before we watch that. Let's go play some World of Horror. Show my big old face just for a moment, computer. Yeah, let's get spoopy. I agree. How long is the Breath of the Wild speedrun video? Crochet Cats. 5 minute? Okay. 5 minute? Let's do, I can watch someone speedrun Breath of the Wild in 5 minutes before we start. That seems like fast enough for me. Alright, I'll check my my Twitch so that I can get that from you. Do you have the actual speed? This is like an animation. Do you have like the actual speed run? Terminal montage is great. All right, if you say it's good, it's on. It's linked in the description?
Link.
Okay.
Link, open your eyes.
It's not.
Wake up. You've been
show more?
asleep for 100 years. Hyrule has been laid to ruin. My power
Based
is
on this
weakening.
speedrun. Alright. Yeah, because I'm gonna... Oh, it's based on a... Okay. It's not actually a 5-minute speedrun. It's based on a 35-minute speedrun. Well, we'll check that out another time. Let's play some World of Horror. Sorry, Crochet Cats. Thank you for the recommendation, though. I appreciate it. Here we are. New story. I like the 2-bit. Gives you a little more depth. What's the kanji? I don't know. If anyone in the chat knows, shout it out. So you can pick your color here. This one's nice and legible. It's a little dark though. This one's pretty cool looking. Oh, it just says World of Horror. Interesting. This fine one's nice and bright. There's a lot of them, but I find that a lot of them are a little too dark to be useful. This one's fun. So we're gonna do a customized playthrough because it lets you pick your character and everything. Choose your own character, background, and other playthrough specifics. That's what we're doing. We're gonna have, it seems to be like different card packs that like unlock more events. I don't have any unlocked other than the starting one. So we will continue. This is your seed, so I guess you can redo. The mouse is great, and like also look when you click, it creates a little circle that's very cool. So we're gonna go just with any, seed doesn't matter. We don't know yet, but it's gonna be. Oh shit, I was just in volume, it went off my screen. Something strange is happening in our town. City of Shinokawa, Japan. 1980X. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological process of the modern area brings comfort, but also unknown threats. And old gods, malicious, eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. MK, hello! Armed with clues, spells, and your own dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at the last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. Okay, so we pick our character. So far, I only really know one good build that I've managed to figure out, and so I'm going to play as her. We'll be playing as Eiko Takahashi, an 18-year-old female, barely surviving after a ghost of a drowned man kept her underwater. She's determined to solve this mystery. She takes a buff to dexterity and a nerf to knowledge, and she starts with a combat speed bonus. That's important. The combination of combat speed plus dexterity means if we can really buff her dexterity up, we can get a lot of attacks in per round with her. Very good. Continue. So we're gonna choose... Yeah, we'll go to the basic one. Somewhere, a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. We choose which old god to take on. So here's our choices. Jitak Adarasu, the spider god. The terrible spider god. Jitak Adarasu is once again awakening from its slumber, blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger that has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. It gives the effect Eternal Web. You can't run from combat. Ethotu, the Devouring Fire. This supposed cause of the destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has recently been discovered. It is currently waiting in a museum for a long-awaited premiere. And the ability is Entropy. Both your damage and your enemy's damage are increased. Now the thing is, in World of Horror, you have what's called a Doom counter. What the Doom counter does is when it hits, every time you take an action, it increases it by 1%. When it hits 100%, you die. The Elder God awakens and the world ends. And you have to rest to recover your health, but resting raises your doom. Like, more than just doing regular stuff. At Aphulatus, the Towering Eye, this mad god favors astronomers and magicians, granting them its gift of power that unknowingly brings Aphulatus' bloated body closer and closer to Earth. He has the ability Cosmic Gift. Casting spells costs reason, which is your mental health, and increases doom. And then we have Goizo, the thing forsaken by God. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport his prey straight through the glass. And the glimpse beyond the reflections are just the beginning of the real nightmare. It's the power of the mirror horror, which is simply that resting increases your doom even more. So we pick which one we want. What do you guys think? The Spider God? The Devouring Fire? The Towering Eye? Or the Thing Forsaken by God? Space Demon? They're all Space Demon! But, like, specifically, this one, the Towering Eye? Stand up? You're right, Jackie boy. I need one of those. The Towering Eye is so far the only one I've managed to defeat. So, that sounds great to me. Media reports on various... the Missing Stars. Media reports on various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could they have any connection to the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? Old God's Rule. Casting spells raises doom instead of its normal cost. Welcome to World of Horror. Important messages will appear here. We learned a new spell, Abolish. Abolish lowers Eldritch enemy damage by 1. It costs 3 stamina to cast. It will also cost doom because of our god. You don't always start with a spell, but you do always start with a spell if you are fighting against the god that makes magic harder. The thirst is strong within me. That's appreciated. You really like me. Anyway. You check your mailbox. It's empty. It only makes spells that cost reason increase your doom? Oh, okay. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You are not currently investigating any weird mystery. Recent newspaper clippings and notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. So when you're back in the room, you have a couple things you can do. You can watch TV, you can take a bath, you can change your clothes, you can look out the peephole, you can go back to town screen. All that does is take you back to the last page we were on. Or start a new mystery, and then access your storage, and then save, but we're not gonna do any of that shit. But, so you can only take 1 bath when you're at your house. Baths, there's 3 kinds of baths you can take. Cold water, which regains a point of reason. Hot water, which regains a point of stamina. And warm water, which gives you a small XP boost. But since we just started, we don't have any damage yet, so we're gonna take the XP boost. The shower will help you calm down and does wonders for your sore muscles. What temperature should you set it on? Warm water, a small XP boost. I'll do that. You gotta live like a gamer, yeah. The Towering God, yeah, it is like that. This truly is like that. In-depth bath, yeah, it's got, it's got a mechanical bath system here. It's very good. A minor earthquake in the seaside region has revealed an entrance to a partially flooded cavern system. Local scientists believe some of the corridors could be man-made. Our clothes. Personally, I like gym clothes the best. It just changes your little Abby though. Peek through the peephole. You don't see anything weird. Cool. Love to hear that. Sounds like Persona 1. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. We've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there was something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. We have Rotten Report of a Rancid Ramen, Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape, Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors, Vicious Verses of a Violent Vigil, an eerie episode of Evolving Eels. I'm gonna go with Rotten Report of a Rancid Ramen because I've never done it before. Oh good, everyone's agreeing with me anyway. I was like, evil ramen, evil ramen, evil ramen, perfect. Rotten Report of a Rancid Ramen. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town, and it's adored by everyone. Once people take a bite, they just can't stop. Day and night, queues stretch out the door. The shambling customers stuff themselves with dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. You're determined to discover what makes this ramen so enticing. What's its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? Flesh of the gods themselves? Investigate this mystery. Yeah, the ramen's too good. Watching the local news, you thought a familiar street. It's a feature about the newest ramen shop. The food critic has a manic look as he describes the ramen. His description makes your stomach churn. So you have a sub-mission. This changes the ending. Or can change the ending. Ours currently is dumpster dive. We have to throw away 2 items from our inventory. Which obviously is a pretty steep cost to just like throw stuff away. But the first thing we're doing is we're going to go to the shop. It costs Doom to go to the shop, but it's worth it. Compass. We want the compass. This makes it so every time you investigate an area, you get an additional 2 experience. That really adds up if you get it immediately. We bought the new item, but shopping for items takes precious time, plus 4 Doom. Shop for items. Oh, shit. Reroll. 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 Come on! Thank God. There we go. You need... Okay, so this is my standard loadout. So, since we had to reroll so many times, we're not going to be doing a lot of side quests. We just gotta rush the, So we need to investigate the apartments. Here we are. What, is our neighbor in? You knock on your friend's door and wait. Kana's not home. I should check later. Too bad. Let's investigate the apartments. Honest Ed, hello! Yes, you cannot investigate your own home. Investigating staircase. Yeah, bet you raise a good point. There was no reason for her to be like, is that human meat? Or eldritch meat? Like, it's just like a ramen place that's good. Like, the guy in the news was like, wow, this ramen seems really good. And your girl's like, I'm on it. Like, what the fuck? Chill. It's a good ramen place. A woman jumps out of her apartment, covered in gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. Oh, that's okay, Crochet Cat. Thank you so much for hanging out. You can always catch the VOD when you wake up. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. So we can calm her down or check the bathroom. I'm going to check the bathroom, I think. Knowledge check failure. You don't find anything, but the smell of blood makes you weak. -1 stamina. You can see the restaurant through the staircase's window. You watch the door for hours, but never see any of the cooks enter, nor leave. Yeah, I wanted to murder the shower stall. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! Shouts a deep voice from behind the door. I know you're there! Get closer to the door and ask what's the matter, or call the police. I'm gonna get closer to the door. We don't need the police to fight our battles. Dexterity check is a success. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you managed to stand completely still. After a couple of minutes, the man retreats, probably unsure if you're home at all. Plus 5 experience. Yeah, if the ramen place used human meat and it was really good, I probably would just not even worry about it. The art's beautiful, isn't it? It's like, honestly, one of the best looking games I've ever seen. The only true way to investigate is to get into the restaurant yourself. Unfinished painting. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman, her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. The scene is disturbing. You struggle to look at it. Charisma check success. Unintimidated by the painting, it gives you new insight into the madness that possessed your friend. Plus 5 experience. This art was all done in MS Paint? That's insane. The music is good. It seems that you are not the only one wanting to try for yourself. You stand in line for hours. Your questions fall on deaf ears and you're shunned. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. Lil Rain Crowd with a follow-up. Thank you so much, Lil Rain Crowd. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove all the furniture from his flat because he wants to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Help your friend. Strength check success. You find another letter behind the wardrobe. It explains that the reason your friend left was that shadow people were stalking him. You shudder when you realize you haven't seen the moving company driver's face. Plus 5 experience. The chibi traveling cutscene is very cute. The smell around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and... Is that blood you can smell? Investigating alley. Something is wrong. You don't see anyone on the street, and you could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. You better hurry out of here. -1 reason. It's finally your turn to order. 1 ramen, please. The owner's grin widens. Through a dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around, as if he's checking for the unwanted followers. What could it mean? You choose to follow the weird man, call the police, or do nothing. Personally, it doesn't really seem like our business. But I'm not here to click things that say just do nothing. Follow the weird man. Perception check. Failure. The door is locked. Or you can repeat the knocking pattern the suspicious man... You think you can repeat the pattern the suspicious man used. Nothing happens. Plus 2 doom. All these shadow people and then move to the neighborhood and move back to this. Yeah, a little sus. Move back into the suburbs. When the shadow people move in and then guys like that move out, that's called light flight. The Red Bull is pushed in your face. It's so crowded that you're forced to sit on the floor. Yeah, what was I even gonna tell? Yeah, there's a guy out here wearing a weird shirt. Come get him, officer. Suddenly, an empty bottle breaks on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from the glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. Rioter. So this is the combat system. Combat system is pretty neat in this. So Rioter has 20 HP. Health defines an enemy's stamina. Getting to 0 wins the encounter. Damage. So every turn she does 2 all, which means 2 damage to her stamina and 2 damage to her reason. That's kind of a lot of damage. After each sequence, enemies perform an attack draining your stamina, reason, or both. She has 10 power. This stat defines your chance to... this is basically your THAC0. Or your armor classic is what they would call it now. Your AC. It defines your chance to successfully attack the enemy. The higher the power, the harder it will be to hit. So, your attacks are determined by your speed. Luckily, because you're rather determined by your corresponding stat to your weapon, plus your attack speed. Our character starts with an attack speed bonus, and she has 8 dexterity, and we're wielding a dexterity-based weapon. So we can get in 5 stabs with the knife. Go for it. Take 1 hit. Rioter kicks you. You slash and stab the Rioter. You stab the Rioter. You miss your attack. You stab the Rioter. You've defeated the Rioter. Wait, what's this? Pick it up. Prescription. Full of combat. Let's see what that does. Where could you fill a prescription like this? It's for an expensive pharmacy drug. I guess at the pharmacy? I don't really know how that works. Anyway. With a slick hand, you fill a vial with the soup and walk out without tasting the weird dish. Investigate lab. Target location. Lab results. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? Just the vial of ramen soup. If we did the side quest, I imagine this would probably have the other thing we can send. Yeah, no, I would say I'm yeah, nerd bread. Nerdcraft. Yeah, I know about that. I know about it from Baldur's Gate. The games. The PC games. So, lab results, partial. A mere day later, your friend rings your door. Her face is pale and in a shaky hand. She holds this analysis test. You usher her in and bolt the door. You feel ill looking at the charts. While they couldn't identify some of the particles, they did discover highly addictive drugs in the broth. This restaurant must be closed immediately. Case P with the follow. Thank you so much, Case P. A week later, the police and officials... A week later, the police and an official stand where the ramen shop used to be. Nothing remains but a gap in the street. And aimless, confused customers. You'd like to believe that that was the end of it, but snippets of newspapers from other cities unsettle you. Brief articles about an exciting new ramen restaurant opening and its mysterious owner keep showing up, and you can no longer eat noodles without feeling ill. Rotten report of the rancid ramen ending B. Rewards for solving this mystery. Knowledge is key, 30 experience. There's still hope, -3 doom. Tireless, +1 reason and stamina. Time passes 1 day. Mystery solved. Yes, crack ramen, basically. The old gods stir. Every time you beat a mystery, you get another permanent debuff from the god. Riots. Dangerous bands of rioters are gathering around the downtown area, and the police are hopeless. So that means the downtown area has more difficult enemies. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing here? Huh, a small key. Let's check out this lighthouse. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys. Open padlock A. Looks like that's all we have for now. So we can take a bath. See if we need anything healed. Our health is pretty high still. I think. So you get 1 health to both just for going into the bath, but you get additional 1 point of something if you want. I'm gonna actually just take the experience boost, though. Chicken TV. The search for a missing person continues in the forest surrounding Shiokawa. If you have any information, please contact the police department. Peep through the peek hole. Someone is standing in the shadow, watching your door. Far distance. Has anything good ever happened in a lighthouse? There's a lot of fun partying in the movie The Lighthouse before all the bad stuff happened. Yeah, you get to see Robert Pattinson jack off. Yeah, so there you go. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare. Stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. The school principal has banned the game, but that only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another child is killed. Investigate this mystery. You've started a new mystery. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses. He intends to complete the dangerous dare. Watching The Lighthouse tonight? Oh yeah, it's a good one. So we're gonna explore the school. You catch a glimpse of an art class. One disturbing painting draws your attention. Take a peek, horrified. You gasp in poor horror. Twisted faces, impossible angles, and enormous monoliths make you sick. -2 stamina. We saw a scary painting and it hurt us. That's just how it is sometimes. You reported it to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. With your friend safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe records in the city's library will make a mention of this Akamanto. Let's take a look. Now we're exploring the downtown, which is not great because the rioters are out, remember? Experts are baffled by the sudden appearance of 20 stone statues lined up in the middle of the park, of the 000 park. You can cast one spell without paying its cost. But abolish... We don't have a way to... there's no reason to cast this right now, really. So, nothing. That just lets you cast a spell for free. All of the girls were apparently members of the school swimming team. All the missing girls were apparently members of the school swimming team. Maybe someone saw the kidnapper stalking them? Checking out the school's pool area would be a good idea. Let's get in the library. Suddenly, everything slows to a crawl. The Time Warper. You hold onto your steak knife, preparing for combat. So we're gonna stab the shit out of the Time Warper. You slash, 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 and stab the Time Warper. You feel older and weaker. You slash, you miss, miss, miss. You manage to slash the Time Warper and you've defeated him. You have enough experience to level up. So we're gonna take our level up here. We have a couple options. We have Hot Bath, which makes our resting heal more. We have Fast Swimmer, which increases the speed of our offensive actions. This is probably what I'm taking. It's very powerful. And we have Art Knowledge, +1 to Perception. You've got an eye for art and details. So we're gonna take Art, Fast Swimmer, and we're gonna take another point of Dexterity. This will let us attack a lot faster. We're gonna... If we... The goal for this build is you get up to the point where you can attack 8 times in a round. That's where we're trying to go. We've leveled up. One of the articles mentions a young doctor who performed a life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. An assault that happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information? Okay, for those of you who don't know, Akamanto is like a Japanese legend. Akamanto's thing is that when you're going to the bathroom, a voice and hands come from beneath the stall, and they offer you red toilet paper or blue toilet paper. If you pick blue toilet paper, the hands choke you to death. Or if you choose red toilet paper, they attempt to tear your face off. It's like an evil ghost that supposedly haunts Japanese restrooms. Explore the hospital. Yeah, it's a very chill set of options. The hand coming out of the hole in Majora's Mask that's like, I need toilet paper, is inspired by Akamanto. You find mortuary blues. You find yourself in an old, unused part of the hospital. You take a deep breath. The disgusting smell of thawed remains still lingers in the room. It used to be the hospital's mortuary, where doctors determine the cause of death. So we have... I don't know why the fuck I would pull the cloth off the dissection table, but our option is pull cloth off the dissection table, search the cabinet, and check out the freezer. Yeah, there's no choice that lets you escape, no. No matter what you choose, Akamanto is going to at least try to kill you. Let's check out the freezer. I've never done that. You take a peek in the freezer. Can't see anything important. You wonder what you wonder what could smell so awful if there's nothing inside. Nearby, the body on the dissection table twitches slightly. Prepare for combat. The horror of countless autopsies stands before you. Jane Doe, the unsolved crime. You hold your steak knife, preparing for combat. Jane Doe has a very high power, so she debuffs our... And she's also a ghost. That sucks. Ghosts can't, Don't get killed by normal means. You have to, like, sever the ties to our world, which is... It's same thing as attacking, but it costs a lot more action points to do, which means that you can't attack as fast. So, to trade with this thing, 6, 1, 2... Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do that twice. You try to sever the ties to their world. Jane Doe attacks you for 2 reasons. Repeat that process. Jane Doe drills us again for 2 reasons. Luckily, this one's enough. You've defeated Jane Doe. I'm not running any mods. Yeah, this chick's just walking around stabbing people? Yes, our build is that we're based around wielding the steak knife. So, unless we find the ritual dagger. The ritual dagger is just a better version of steak knife. To sever? I'm not entirely sure. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all of the records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come to school today, and another body has supposedly been found. Investigate the hospital. Oh, I have Epic Games pop up on the screen. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not running any mods, KCP, but I'm interested in the concept of it. So this is a flat up and down luck roll for this one. We don't actually get to pick anything. Elevator ride. When taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. Elevator doors open. Luck check failure. Elevator doors open, revealing the black mass of eyes and teeth pouring towards the elevator, biting and suffocating you. Later, you wake up in the doctor's office. A nurse discovered you lying, unconscious, on the elevator floor. -3 reason. Yeah, exactly. I just wanted everyone to know about Epic Games' excellent deals. Investigate the school. Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. It has observe the smog or run from the window. So this is interesting about this game. A lot of the times, the best choice when you see something weird is just to fucking run away. Which makes sense, like, roleplay-wise, but it feels weird to do in a video game. Like, but we're gonna observe the smog because we want to see more interesting things. Perception check's a success. Sludgy vapors rise slowly upward, forming a perfect spiral. You back away from the window, surprised by this curious phenomenon. Plus 8 experience. Yeah, real life too. Tharsis, interesting. I like that they give you free games on Epic. It's very cool of them. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down for investigation. It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man who's standing in your way. Our company, fortunately, specializes in cases like yours, and will gladly help you get back on track. After all, he takes a step closer, and you can swear there's a faint smell of rust around the man. Everyone has something to sell. A jar of blood, a fondest memory, or our peace of mind. A jar of blood costs stamina, a fondest memory costs reason, and a peace of mind raises your doom. We will be giving him a jar of blood because there was no option to say no to this man when you were out of funds. You startle awake on a park bench. Did you faint? There's no sign of the grim man anywhere, but you find an envelope full of cash inside your pocket. Minus 3 stamina, plus 2 funds. Solve this event. He did throw some cash at us. I think maybe we should take a quick nap. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Get over there. We'll do that, but we're gonna rest first. Resting at home. It certainly feels good to be back at home. You take a long hot shower. You phone your best friend, and you talk about some unrelated stuff. Plus 2 stamina and reason. Time flies by so fast. You prepare yourself to leave and continue your long investigation. Plus 3 doom. The goal of this game is to solve 5 mysteries and in turn get given 5 keys. With the 5 keys, you can get into the lighthouse. In the lighthouse, you can find the ritual piece that is summoning the Elder God. You need to do that before the Elder God comes to life, or something kills you. Thank you, isn't it? I love my poster. I love my poster of a woman's bikini bottom. Investigating gym. You find an old trophy case set. You find an old trophy case set in a seemingly abandoned corridor. Everything inside is covered in a thick layer of dust. One medal seems particularly valuable. We have break the window to grab it, check plaques and trophies. I don't think I want to just like punch through a glass display case. We don't have that much health. Check plaques and trophies. Luck Truck failure. You find a small trophy in a curious place. Grand champion of the cannibal eating contest 1956. Minus 2 reason. I did not choose it, no. It's just what is in the room. But it's my room! Resolve the event. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. Target location. Investigate cursed toilet. Legend alive. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, the sound of rubber boots and an unknown liquid dripping on the tiles. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. And the door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside, telling me. His voice, it sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? Red? The tall man takes out a butcher's knife and stabs you in the stomach. Blood splatters in the stall walls as you rush to the door. -5 stamina. You hear a click coming in the door's direction. You're locked in here with that crazy man. So this is not great. We do not have very much health left. But as you can see, since our last upgrade, we can attack a lot now. 7 times around. We hit Akamanto 4 times. Akamanto starts swinging his knife. I'm sorry, no, Akamanto is choking you is the attack he did to us. And then it's Akamanto starts swinging his knife. I guess he stabs you. I guess he doesn't cut your face off. I guess he stabs you. Maybe there's different versions of the legend. Let's attack a bunch. Oh no, a lot of misses! Oh, we're dead. We died. Sometimes it doesn't... It's a beta, so sometimes it doesn't end at the end of combat, but... Alright. Let's end it so it ends where it's supposed to. Exit. You've perished. Cause of death. Stamina loss. Rest in peace. Very cool. God, what a cool game. Rest in peace. What a so pog. What a cool game. Yeah, F's in the chat. We're dead. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up a little early because we did a bunch of long streams this week. We'll have more of this game in the future. I'm gonna find someone to send this over to. Spider God? I'll do Spider God next time. Absolutely. It has been fun. Let's see. Send it over to Phelan. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week. Next week we are going to have Claire Penis from Twitter, Zero Suit Camus, on the stream, and we are going to be kicking off Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Very excited. You guys all have a great night. I'll see you around. God, what a jam! Isn't the music for this so good? Yeah, Miss Penis herself. Good night, everybody.